From the Detroit Free Press, it's Thursday, December 12th. Here are today's top stories. Brought to you by JB's Smokehouse, located inside Bush's Fresh Food Market of Canton. JB's offers a range of authentic barbecue favorites, and with more than 30 Michigan craft beers on tap, trivia, and live music every Friday night, JB's is sure to become your new favorite barbecue spot.
I'm Paul Egan, reporting for the Detroit Free Press. Sports betting and other forms of online gaming could be legal in Michigan in time for March Madness. That was the word from a key state senator Wednesday as the legislature gave final passage to a package of bills. Governor Gretchen Whitmer is expected to sign the bills, which could raise an extra $10 million to $40 million a year for the school aid fund. Only existing casinos could take bets on sporting events and offer poker and other online games. Critics fear the expansion could fuel compulsive gambling. Others worry it may hurt Michigan lottery sales. Those proceeds also go to schools.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Eric D. Lawrence. Fiat Chrysler automobiles workers have a new labor contract, and that means 2019 contract bargaining between the UAW and Detroit 3 is over. Bargaining kicked off with official handshakes over the summer and included a 40-day GM strike. The UAW was also rocked during the talks as its former president, Gary Jones, resigned in the corruption scandal. The union said the 4-year deal between the UAW and FCA was approved by 71% of those voting. Voting took less than a week. The deal promises $9 billion in investments in the U.S. and improvements in health care, wages, and profit sharing. It also offers a path for FCA's many temp workers to become permanent.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. Amusement park Cedar Point announced big plans Wednesday for its 150th anniversary, including a new boat ride and parades with interactive floats. But the biggest news was that the park would give exactly 150 special tickets that allow holders free admission and parking for the rest of their lives. It's a ticket you can't buy. Still, there was no news of a 500-foot tall roller coaster that had been rumored might be coming in 2020. Park officials made the announcement in a YouTube video. Other changes include new eateries, retro fruit-shaped juice containers, limited edition commemorative merchandise, and free buttons that say, "I've been visiting Cedar Point since," and you write your year in. The news came 150 days ahead of the Ohio Amusement Park's May 9th opening, but just in time for Santa to go online and buy advance tickets as stocking stuffers.
For the Detroit Free Press Auto Team, I'm Jamie LaRue. General Motors' lawsuit against Fiat Chrysler automobiles will be time-consuming, hard to prove, and expensive. That's what former GM staff lawyer Bruce Sendick said. Sendick is now a partner in Detroit law firm Butzel Long, but as a former corporate counsel, he is perplexed by GM suing a crosstown rival. GM's lawsuit, filed last month, alleges FCA used bribes of UAW leaders to get better labor contracts. That cost GM billions more for its labor, it said. Lawyer Sendick said good luck proving it. Meanwhile, FCA hired outside law firms to dispute what it calls a meritless lawsuit. GM has hired law firms too. The firms charge at least $800 an hour, Sendick said, and there will be lots of hours. Expect FCA to file a motion to dismiss. That process alone could take several months. Then discovery will take a year, requiring expensive experts. Quote, "There goes a couple of million more," said Sendick.
This is Free Press Sports Editor Chris Thomas. The Dead Wings are back, in last place, at the bottom, with no hope for a remedy. Welcome to Woe Town, where the Detroit Pistons represent the city's only hope for a playoff berth. Yes, it's true the Tigers will call the first overall pick in the MLB draft for the second time in 3 summers. And the Lions, well, they haven't been great since 1957. The Red Wings, though, the franchise that won 4 Stanley Cups from 1997 to 2008, this feels like rock bottom. The Wings have lost 12 consecutive games entering tonight's home game against the Winnipeg Jets. That's just 2 losses away from the franchise's all-time losing streak of 14 games. There's a good chance, too, that the Wings could set the new mark for futility by Sunday. And, with the way things are going, nobody should be surprised if the injury-riddled Wings match the NHL's all-time losing streak at 17 games by the end of next week. Dead Wings? This is worse.
Do you like what you're hearing in our news briefing? Let us know, whether it's a question, comment, or something you just want to hear. You can share your opinion by emailing us at voice@freep.com. That's voice@freep.com. See you tomorrow.